So the pigs have been in paddock 3 here for about, I don't know, a couple days. Maybe 4 days, 5 days. Whew. And it's been real dry. So when it's dry, the pigs are very quick to kind of desertify our region. So I wanted to show what can happen. I mean, I'm not going to move them. I don't have anywhere to move them to. They're on a schedule. I got some flexibility in there, but not a ton. And I need to save those larger final paddocks that are also wetter for the driest time of year, which is coming up here. And they're larger paddocks because the pigs will be bigger. So we're gonna take a look at it, but you can see all that bare dirt. That was all green. Look at my last look at the paddock 3 initial video. It was only green a couple days ago, and already it's all dirt. So this is the main area. This is where their feeder is. Their feeder's over there somewhere, but it shouldn't be this beat up already. They're being very active. So let's do a walk and take a look, so that if you're raising pigs in the woods, you gotta have a planning factor. What's up, guys? So I'll get in there in a little bit and walk around with them. That guy's way, he's like, what's up? What's going on over there? But right now they're kind of excited, and they will not allow me to just walk around in there. They're going to be nosing me and making my legs covered in pig mud. So you can see this was all green grass here, and now it's all bare dirt. Took them almost no time. And we'll walk the perimeter here, and then I'll walk it the same direction I did the last time, so you can compare it to paddock 3 initial video. Am I doing some scratching there, buddy? I don't know. Well, I gotta figure out what kind of tree this is. That's a really cool bark, and apparently it makes a very good scratching post, huh? You guys watch it, man. That fence is electric. So they're already starting to make little wallows in front of the 2 trees that I chose for their water. This is a junk tree anyway. It's almost entirely dead. So that guy's coming out as soon as they move out of this paddock anyway, so it might as well be a water post. Let's skirt around this guy. So here's one of my failures. All these cages were around trees, and then I had poly tape to protect them, and the pigs very quickly defeated that, and I lost, I don't know, probably 10 trees that I just planted last year, and they were doing great. They were right there. You can still see my newly pig shredded irrigation line on the ground over there if you look. Maybe I can zoom in on it. All that line right there. I'll have to get that out, but I'm not going to do it right now. It's half buried. The pigs will be all over me. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I was trying to get some fruit-bearing trees in here for these guys, but they are saboteurs. Pigs will be pigs. All this, again, if you go back to the video I took about a week ago, this was all like that green clump in the middle. It was deep, thick grass, and they have shredded it. There's the wallow they made. Nice big one there. That way the pigs can stay cool in the summer heat. It's still pretty warm. It's not 100 degrees like it was, but still warm. This rose bush, they've been nesting inside. So even though it looks thick here on the outside, you can't really, I don't know, maybe you can see the pigs going in there. So they get in the middle there, and it's pretty open. And they just kind of sleep in there. It keeps the sun off them, and they like to relax. We haven't had rain here in over a week, so it's starting to dry out. This swampy area, normally where I'm walking here, my feet will be mushing. Not right now. There's a good picture of the pigs getting inside that rose bush, and you can see how open it is in there, and they just nest, they tunnel through, come out here on the other side, and they've got this area all uprooted too. Huh? You gonna do some piggy work, huh? A lot of this bindweed here. They just rip that stuff up. You wanna eat that? Wanna eat that? Yeah, nom, 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 nom. There we go. They eat some of it. they trashed the rest, and that's fine. That plant needs to be disadvantaged. But this was a good sized paddock. I was hoping it would last 30 days or so. I don't think it's gonna. They've already got the whole thing kind of degrassed. A lot of this is Japanese stilt grass. They don't really eat it, but they rip it up. You can see they use the trees for rubbing posts. Every tree will be covered in mud like that. All this was very thick grass. Oh, more pig scratches. This one doesn't really have a lot of species that they eat as opposed to not eat. You know, they nibble at all the fresh green growth of essentially every plant in here. But I wish they ate this stilt grass instead of just trampling it, because there's a ton of it. It would offset my feed costs. There's a nice big wallow they've made. That one still has some standing water in it. See how many more days that lasts. And then I guess this thicker area here, they just haven't gotten to yet, but they will. It's pretty thick over here. Oh, look, a couple more cages where they trashed my tree plantings. I mean, it's my fault. You know, you think you're going to be able to electrify pigs with kind of low to the ground electric polywire inside of tall grass. It was an experiment and it failed, but it's a shame. You know, a lot of those are good trees. Maybe they'll leave some of them alone, but it doesn't look like it. So continuing on, more stilt grass and bindweed. Pokeberry, they seem to be leaving that alone. So I'll get in there and trample that down. That's another plant I don't really want here. Anything like this raspberry here, if it was growing in there, they eat that first. They like raspberries, they like blackberries. What's that? Old shotgun shell. You know what, we'll get that when the fence isn't electric. I've left this old cherry tree alive, even though it's very inconvenient. Every year I have to duck under it. But it does drop some cherries in there for them. And I don't know, I give it credit. It's like growing at a 45-degree angle. I would feel bad cutting it. It's got this other like tree starting out of a tree going up there. So it's a pretty cool tree. So I'll leave it alone for now. And then we're up here into the top corner. They've got this all cleaned out too. Here's my 2 chargers set up. One on the inside wire, one on the fence itself. And that double layer protection really is just for me. It gives me peace of mind. Another big dead tree the pigs are eating away. I got to take that down eventually. It's going to cause a problem. But you can see this is only a week 1 of 4, and they've got it all tore up. Fortunately, they still have a lot of work to do in there. So once they get tired of the dirt, I'm sure they'll rip all that down for me. But it's hard to get them to spread it out. We're gonna have to jump around. We'll trek through the woods here. This is their last paddock. I haven't seeded it yet because we haven't had any rain. Oh, I just spooked a bunny. So, but once we get some rain, I'll get in here and spread some seed, and then this will green up nicely. And then I won't see any animals for a year. Be this time next year that I put the pigs back in here. So here we are on the other side, and you can see it's still pretty thick in there. So I can't be mad at you pigs for wrecking my irrigation and wrecking my trees. I'm the one that put you in there with them. Isn't that right? Originally my plan was to plant the trees along these fence lines in you know, because the pigs root towards the fence and build mounds. But then that was really limiting my flexibility in where I want my paddocks, because maybe you don't want to reuse the same fence lines over and over again. So I tried to plant the trees in pods inside and fence them out, and that, well, obviously that's not working well. So the good news is the pigs are healthy and happy. I can make more trees. It just sucks because trees are expensive and the pigs destroy them when they can. But that's it. This is reusing part of old paddock 2 because I had about 70 extra feet of fence I had to consume. So they don't seem to bother with it. This area that they were in before, once I excite them with some new stuff, like over there, they leave this alone. So hopefully they continue to do so. And then we're back to home base. So this is, you can see, no rain, all paddock 1. Here was their watering areas. So you can see that's held a lot of moisture. Gallons and gallons of water that the pigs spilt there on purpose. But everything else from the last paddock is still dry and bare. It'll come back, but we need some rain to make that happen. So that's it. Please watch paddock 3 initial video from I guess a week ago, so you can compare. That way if you're doing this in your woods, you'll be able to see on a period of drought how quickly the pigs will mess it up. Otherwise, have a great day.